Getting ready for another restart in the Army Strong 150. Short track racing, a little bumping and banging. We've already had 5 cautions. This restart will come on lap 66 of our 150 lap race. Green flag back in the air.
I think we can call it a lot of bumping and banging.
On the very start, already we're seeing the 07 of Corey LaJoie. He got into the back of the 14.
Whoa, a lot of contact from the back. The 18 of Max Gresham
and around goes the group behind him. The 16 of Alex Bowman spins in front of the field.
Brandon Haley, the 51. There was a lot of contact, and that may have been a chain reaction, and it got all the way back to these guys. There's Cody Hodgson. We just met him a while ago in the Bioblast.
Off screen was the 6 of Darrell Wallace Jr. Take another look.
I think it was a chain reaction. We saw some contact up front with Max Gresham and Corey LaJoie, and by the time it got back to here, just around 10th, maybe 12th, that's when the trouble started.
There's your top 5. Matt DiBenedetto has led every lap, all 69 laps here at Bowman Gray Stadium. Again, the first time the NASCAR K&N Pro Series East has run at this historic racetrack, and a great fan base here in the Winston-Salem area. DiBenedetto and Coleman Presley again lead the field coming through 3 and 4.
Getting ready for yet another restart.
Green flag back in the air. DiBenedetto and Coleman Presley side by side as they go into turn number 1.
Matt's going to get the advantage. Ooh, trouble again. There's Rick Godovic, the 64 car. No caution as of yet. Oh, we're going to have one now.
Max Gresham in the 18 goes around. Ryan Gifford has to stop just behind him as the field tries to crawl through.
This job security for a body man here at this race, huh?
A lot of sheet metal damage done early, and that was the 71 of Eddie McDonald that rammed into the back of Max Gresham.
Yeah, Eddie just got in the corner a little bit hot, got into the back of Max Gresham. There's another view. Looked like Eddie was a little bit sideways. He was trying to get down in front of the 4, Sergio Pena, and I think he just got in a corner a little bit hot because he wanted to clear Sergio.
So that brings out our 7th caution. Field working around the problems on the racetrack.
See the second row there, right just center of your screen? That's Robert Presley. That's Coleman's dad. Coleman has a lot of Robert has a lot of experience at a racetrack up in Asheville called New Asheville Speedway. That's a flat quarter mile, so he can help Coleman a lot.
Coleman Presley, a 22-year-old here in the K&N Pro Series East. Green flag back out once again. Matt DiBenedetto, a convincing lead now as he rockets down the backstretch.
This is the best opportunity that Brett Moffitt had to get that second spot, but Coleman drove it hard into turn number 3, and it stuck.
Sergio Pena a little loose coming off of turn 4, gets it straightened back out, a little tire smoke.
Well, that almost looked like there may have been some smoke coming out the tailpipes of that 4 car. I'm not sure. They're still side by side there for 3rd. You see Coleman has the second spot. Now Corey LaJoie racing hard on the outside.
Keep an eye on that 4 of Sergio Pena as we see Corey LaJoie trying to work around the outside of the 14 of Coleman Presley. Look at this pass.
He was shot off the corner. I don't know how he was able to get the bite to do that. He's going to get that second spot from Coleman. I think Coleman's having some problems. I think Coleman has a tire going down, Rick.
Coleman Presley has a problem. Oh, Robert Johnson gets around in the 11, as does the 12 of Chad Fincham.
The 32 of Dale Quarterly. There's the 66 of Benny Gordon.
Short track racing right up against the guardrail.
Every one of these cars on this racetrack has damage front and rear and both sides.
A lot of sheet metal damage. You see the damage to the 11 of Robert Johnson in his debut here in this series. Welcome back to Bowman Gray Stadium for the NASCAR K&N Pro Series East.
Coleman Presley did in fact have a flat tire. Derek reported during this caution period he came down pit road to change that flat tire.
Side by side, Matt DiBenedetto, Corey LaJoie, green flag back in the air. We'll see if Corey LaJoie has anything for that 15.
Matt's been so strong on these restarts from the bottom of the racetrack. Corey's hanging in there tough. He doesn't want to let that 71 of Eddie McDonald get right there.
Taking the second spot away. Eddie McDonald has the preferred line. Now LaJoie hung on the outside. Try to find a way in, and we have problems. Chad Bolton, the 98's around.
Right in the middle of the racetrack. Cars going to the outside and the inside to get around.
Well, we've got action at one side of the track. We've got another car spun on the other. We've got it all around here.
It looked like Chad Boat just hung his left sides over in the grass and lost grip and kind of hooked the curbing around there and turned him around.
Matt DiBenedetto still holding on to the top spot. He's got a new competitor up front with him. Corey LaJoie battling for the lead. DiBenedetto chooses the inside line once again for the restart. LaJoie will be on the outside as they come out of turn number 4. Green flag goes back in the air.
Boy, Matt kind of seized him up there as they got off of turn number 4. Slowed the field down. Huge margin up off the corner for him. Eddie McDonald drives it hard down to the corner, makes contact with Corey LaJoie. Surely Brett Moffitt's not thinking about making it 3 wide.
Short track racing. Brett Moffitt's trying to figure out any way he could get by Eddie McDonald and Corey LaJoie. McDonald has taken over the second spot. We talked earlier about the problems with Sergio Pena, or potential problems. Let's go to Derek Perniciglio and see if we can find out what's going on with that 14.
And it's a real tough break for Sergio Pena, who did come into this race as one of the top title point contenders. But it's a hot night here, and you can't beat the heat. There's been a lot of cars that have been overheating, and Sergio Pena doesn't run a steel body on his car. He runs one of those composite bodies. The crew seems to think that those bodies hold the heat in more than a steel body does. The engine overheated, and Sergio Pena blew up.
You know, Rick, that's one of the storylines we were looking at the beginning of the race, because the speeds, you don't get upwards of 80 miles an hour on these straightaways, maybe not even that. Really hard to get enough air into the radiator to cool these engines.
We saw Darrell Wallace Jr. earlier get spun around in one of our cautions, now battling with Dale Quarterly.
We saw Dale get spun around a couple different times, and he's still battling up in the top 10.
Look at how beat up these race cars are. Right behind Michael Cherry, half the cars coming off.
Well, that's just a vent to funnel some cool air into that interior of the car.
Talked about how hot it is here. Michael Cherry's got a form of air conditioning going on with the number 8 car. Battle continues, though. Darrell Wallace Jr. now to the inside of Michael Cherry. We've got another spin. Benny Gordon in the 66.
It looks like the 27 of Cale Conley. Has
been involved in a few incidents already.
Saw Benny Gordon take his window net down. It looks like he may have some sort of a terminal problem for the 66 car. He's taking the steering wheel off.
Steering wheel comes off. Window net goes down. The safety crews will have to come out and attend to the 66 of Benny Gordon. So Matt DiBenedetto still out front. He's led 105 of our 150 laps. Eddie McDonald now in second. We'll see what he can do on the outside of Matt DiBenedetto.
This may be the first time we've seen Brett Moffitt take a shot at Eddie McDonald on the inside. He's going to start inside road number 2.
Eddie McDonald shoved out by the 07 of Corey LaJoie. That allows the 00 of Brett Moffitt to make the move, but he can't capitalize on it. Eddie McDonald holds on to second. Moffitt has problems. He slows in front of the field. He's going to get turned around by Ryan Gifford.
Got turned around into the wall. Coleman Presley got a piece of that. I'm not sure if maybe Brett had some sort of a problem, because it didn't look like he was really up to speed. Let's watch again here. You see him coming off the corner. He's just not up to speed. Watch the cars go by. And I think the 2 of Ryan Gifford was getting pushed from behind, possibly by Coleman Presley in the 14, and that's what turned Brett around.
Big problems for our points leader coming in. Brett Moffitt was looking to give Michael Waltrip Racing their 3rd championship in a row in that 00 car. Now he's going to have some work to get himself back to the top of the points.
Brett had led 355 of the laps this year coming in here, more than 3 times as many as anybody else.
See part of the bumper bar coming off the back of that 00. The sheet metal damage here is unbelievable. Stay with us.